We have a huge Witcher 4 development update. CDPR continues building The Witcher 4 with a clear philosophy. Artificial intelligence tools may boost productivity, they will never replace human creativity in game development. Joint CEO Michael Nowakowski shut down speculation about AI-driven headcount reduction during the Q3 2025 earnings call. While new details about the game's narrative direction and key hiring moves reveal a studio committed to handcrafted storytelling and investing in top-tier talent. So during the Q3 2025 investors webcast, Nowakowski faced a pointed question about whether AI could enable headcount reduction without compromising quality. The question referenced numerous reports that AI is making many people redundant in the gaming industry, a premise Nowakowski immediately challenged. "We are not really hiring classic IT," Nowakowski began, clarifying the questioner likely meant game development talent rather than traditional IT roles. "But I understand this is supposed to be about gaming industry talent. The availability of talent has perhaps increased a bit over the past 3 years, but I'm not sure I'd actually ascribe it to AI." He also makes a point about layoffs not being about AI, but about project failure. To be perfectly honest, some studios have been going through turmoil. There were some project closures and so on, which led to many redundancies in the gaming industry. We've all seen that. It's been very dramatic in many cases, but literally, kill me here, but I don't recall a single time when it would be attributed directly to AI. At least I don't know about that. Now, this is a crucial distinction. The gaming industry has indeed experienced devastating layoffs over the past 3 years, with tens of thousands of developers losing their jobs across major publishers and studios. But these cuts resulted from cancelled projects, failed live service games, unsustainable studio expansion during pandemic growth, and corporate restructuring, not because AI tools made human developers obsolete. Nowakowski's emphatic statement undercuts the narrative that AI is currently replacing game developers at scale. The fear exists, but the reality hasn't materialized in the way some discussions suggest. Now, they've also talked about AI as a productivity tool and not a creator. When pressed specifically about reducing headcount, he clarified CDPR's actual approach to AI, which focuses on augmenting human productivity rather than replacing human creativity. Our usage of AI is mainly in the productivity areas, and that's where we see the largest benefits of that. Benefits are real, they're meaningful, but it's not a situation. I'm unaware of such a situation where AI could sit down and make games. It doesn't mean it's not going to be useful, but it's not going to be making The Witcher 5 or The Witcher 6 or anything like that. So what does this actually mean in practice for CDPR? Well, CDPR uses AI for tasks that accelerate workflows without replacing creative decision making. This likely includes technical optimization, where AI-assisted code review, bug detection, and performance profiling helps programmers work more efficiently. Asset iteration, using AI tools to generate multiple variations of textures, materials, and environment elements that artists then refine and polish. Animation assistant, machine learning system that help create natural movement cycles or facial expressions, which animators then adjust for specific narrative needs. Procedural generation support, AI helping create base layouts for buildings, terrain, features, or quest structures that designers then manually craft into final content. Localization and testing, AI-driven translation drafts that human translators refine, or automated testing that identifies issues human QA then investigates. These applications boost individual developer productivity, allowing one animator to design more, iterate faster, one programmer to solve more problems quicker, but they don't eliminate the need for these human roles. So why does this philosophy matter for The Witcher 4? Well, Nowakowski's clear stance has direct implications for The Witcher 4's development and quality expectation. CD Projekt isn't cutting corners by replacing experienced developers with AI systems. 447-person team working on The Witcher 4 represents genuine human talent making creative decisions, writing dialogue, designing encounters, building environments, and crafting the countless details that refine a CDPR RPG. This approach stands in notable contrast to some industry voices suggesting that AI will dramatically reduce development costs and team sizes. Take-Two Interactive has discussed using AI for mundane tasks, while insisting they're not using this as an excuse to reduce headcount. Other studios have been less committal, leading to developer anxiety about job security in an AI-augmented future. CD Projekt's position is refreshingly straightforward. AI tools help developers work better, the developers themselves remain irreplaceable. Witcher 5 and 6 won't be made by algorithms, they'll be made by the same kind of talented human building The Witcher 4 right now. This matters because handcrafted, detail-obsessed game design is CD Projekt's competitive advantage. The studio's reputation rests on dense, reactive worlds where players' choices matter. Where side quests have meaningful stories where NPCs feel alive rather than procedurally generic. That kind of design requires human creativity, judgment, and iteration, exactly what AI currently cannot replicate. But now let's move on to the story side of The Witcher 4, as when reading a revealing interview with Games Radar Plus, Tomasz Machuca, Witcher 4 4's story director and even the lead writer on Cyberpunk 2077, shared his narrative philosophy, providing our first real insight into the tonal direction The Witcher 4 might take. Now, Marchelka explained his approach to character development across both games and other media. My favorite part to explore as a writer, whether it's writing for games or comic books or anything else, are the flaws of the character. I like to explore character flaws, I love inevitable mistakes, and I love seeing where it takes the character. Their philosophy was evident throughout Cyberpunk 2077, where virtually no character emerged as an unambiguous good guy. V is dying and makes desperate choices. Johnny Silverhand is a narcissistic terrorist with selective memory about his own failures. Jackie Wells' ambition outpaces his judgment. Nam is reckless and impulsive. Judy is idealistic to the point of self-destruction. Even characters positioned as sympathetic like Set Takamura or River carry moral compromises and personal failings that complicate simple heroism. The weight of these characters' flaws creates the emotional resonance that made Cyberpunk's story one of its most acclaimed elements. Player choices matter more when characters aren't morally perfect. When supporting one flawed person means abandoning another, when good endings will still carry consequences, when victory is still bittersweet at best. Consequences are features, not bugs. As Marchelka continues, as you probably can tell, my stories rarely have happy endings because of that. I think exploring the darker side of human nature is exciting because we can learn something about ourselves as well. This statement should set expectation for The Witcher 4's narrative tone, and we actually saw this in The Witcher 4's teaser trailer. Ciri was trying to help the girl from being killed by the monster as she was basically sent as a sacrifice, and as Ciri saved her from that, the village people actually killed her anyway, as either way she would have died. Ciri's journey will likely involve difficult choices, personal failures, and endings that feel earned through sacrifice rather than granted through heroism. What does this actually mean for The Witcher 4? Well, the Witcher series has always embraced moral ambiguity. The original trilogy featured choices where right answers didn't exist, only different shades of problematic compromise. Saving one village meant dooming another, allying with one faction meant betraying another. Geralt's personal relationship carried costs. The good ending in The Witcher 3 still involved tremendous loss and bittersweet conclusion. Marchelka's stated love for inevitable mistakes and character flaws suggest that The Witcher 4 will continue, and will likely intensify this tradition. Ciri is a character already defined by flaws: impulsiveness, stubborn independence, anger issues, and tendency to run from problems rather than confront them. Her elder blood powers make her immensely powerful but also dangerous and unpredictable. She's never been a traditional hero. She's a survivor with trauma and complicated relationships. A Ciri-led story exploring these flaws through Marchelka's narrative lens could deliver some of the most emotionally complex storytelling CDPR has attempted. Expect choices that hurt, expect relationships that break, and expect victories that cost everything. We also have an update from the Witcher creator himself, Andraze Sapkowski, whereas one of the most fascinating subplots in The Witcher 4's development involves a fundamental disagreement between the franchise's creator and its most successful adaptation about core piece of lore, The Witcher School. Andraze Sapkowski, who created the Witcher universe in his novels, recently revealed in a Reddit Q&A that he deeply regrets including a brief reference to a School of the Wolf in his short story collection The Last Wish. This throwaway mention, literally a single sentence in one story, became the foundation for an entire system of lore CD Projekt has built into a defining characteristic of the gaming franchise. Now, Sapkowski's comment here deserves quoting at length. A single sentence about some of the School of Wolf mysteriously made it into The Last Wish. I later deemed it unworthy of development and narratively incorrect, even detrimental to the plot. Therefore, later I never included or referenced any Witcher Gryffindors or Slytherins again. Never, however, that one sentence was enough. Adapters, particularly video game people, have clung to the idea with remarkable tenacity and have wonderfully multiplied these Witcher schools completely unnecessary. The author's frustration is palpable. His comparison to Gryffindors or Slytherins, referencing Harry Potter's house system, suggests he views Witcher schools as reductive sorting that simplifies complex characters into categorical boxes. The emphasis on completely unnecessary indicates genuine creative disagreement, not mild annoyance. So how exactly did CDPR expand this concept? From Sapkowski's single sentence, CDPR created an entire taxonomy for Witcher schools, each with distinct philosophies, training methods, combat styles, and equipment. The games have established at least 7 schools. School of the Wolf, based at Kaer Morhen, emphasizing versatility and adaptability. School of the Cat, known for agility, stealth, and morally flexible assassins for hire. School of the Griffin, focused on sign magic and cooperation with mages. School of the Bear, emphasizing heavy armor, endurance, and brutal combat. School of the Viper, specializing in lethal alchemy and tactical assassination. School of the Manticore, details less developed in games. And School of the Crane, also minimally explored. And now, of course, the brand new School of the Lynx, which is going to be established in The Witcher 4. This is also going to be likely a huge premise in the upcoming Witcher MMO game made by the Molasses Flood, where when we create our Witcher character, we'll likely have to enroll into a school, kind of choose our character traits for our character. Whether we want to be stealth, we'd go for the School of the Viper. Whether we want to be a brute, we'll go for the School of the Bear, and so on. And CD Projekt cannot simply remove Witcher schools from their games. The concept is too deeply integrated into established lore, gameplay systems, and player expectations. School of the Lynx will be central to The Witcher 4's marketing, and presumably its story. Witcher 1 remake, whenever it releases, will undoubtedly reference Witcher schools because the games that followed established them as canon. It just shows that every adaptation of The Witcher is slightly different. The books wouldn't really reference these schools, and the game heavily integrates them, and the Netflix canon creates its own version drawing from both mediums. It does seem the Witcher games moving forward will still establish Witcher schools, as again this will be a huge plot, I would believe, for the upcoming Witcher MMO, as it makes sense from gameplay direction to choose your school's class to then have character traits assigned to your created character. I personally love the Witcher schools. I think it adds another element to the entire lore, and I'm so glad that the games did expand upon this, as I am a huge Harry Potter fan, as the Hogwarts Legacy updates I do on this channel prove, and I will be doing even more Witcher 4 updates along with the other Witcher games coming, like the Witcher MMO, Witcher 1 remake, and of course the Cyberpunk games that are in development. So go ahead and stay tuned for that. I'll leave some videos in the description, pin comment section below. Also feel free to browse the channel. Please leave a comment down below. And guys, it is finally here. The Balboa Club Witch Hunt Collection Volume 1 is now available and will run from December through February, and this drop is specifically inspired by The Witcher, as I wanted to blend the styles of the wrestling world with the games we all know and love. So please go ahead and check out the Balboa Club store. It's on the channel store page, and the website is in the description and pin comment section below.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement.